Alright, well, let's get into it. I'll have an hour to explain again. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Alright, so just like part 6, here's a commentary for part 7. All the other parts will be reaction to the game. But like I said before, I had played the game. I recorded for 2 hours, but my memory card was screwed up, so it lost my reaction to what's on screen. So I figure I'll just have the me commenting on it. The other parts will be normal, so that's fine. Thankfully, it's only these two. So like I said, by this point, when I said in part 6, I have beaten the game. This is my second time playing through the game, only on hard mode, spectacular it's called. This is thanks to Lucas. Thank you so much, Lucas. If anyone wants to request any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthroughs for an hour, full playthrough, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. So, as you can see here, I actually like these type of puzzles, so that's why I went out of my way to do a couple of them. Now, I didn't need to do these, but these, like, the more you do, the more points you get, and then you can upgrade your stuff. Granted, I didn't really upgrade a whole lot of other stuff, so I didn't need to do this, but I like doing these type of puzzles. These type of puzzles kind of fun. Fun to think about, like, what goes into where. It's maybe not the most exciting visually, but again, these kind of puzzles I do like. Just there's either these or the other ones where you gotta switch the circuits. And those, not this, but those puzzles, it definitely helped that I just got done with BioShock, which was a fun game. I did enjoy that game, where there was a lot of hacking to do. And each time you hacked, you had to do the thing with the pipes and work the flow from one point to the other. And it was definitely easier to do it in this. So it's cool, like, you know, which ones to use, and do you need to use one of the, I guess you call it invisible, the faded ones, to take a rectangle bar away. I thought that was very cool to see. Very cool to try out. But yeah, obviously a chunk of this part will be these puzzles, so I don't really know what else to say. I guess I'll go in, like, last time I went into the other Spider-Man games I played. So as these puzzles, let me go into this game. What do I think about this game? I think this game still holds up. And I said last time it was my favorite Spider-Man game, so let me explain more thoroughly why it's my favorite Spider-Man game. I said before, the voice acting of everybody does a great job. Everybody does a great job. Peter Parker, Aunt May, Doc Ock, and like they do tweaks on them to make it their own. I don't know if there's any comic books similar to what was done in here, but I thought that while there's differences, I thought the differences were respectful, or at least interesting. Peter Parker, Spider-Man still felt like Peter Parker, just Spider-Man. His wit, his jokes, his gun-ho attitude, his never give up mentality, wanting to do the right thing, even though it's the hardest choice, especially at the end of the game. Spoilers, of course. That he could save his aunt, but a lot of other people will die, but he has to give his aunt's life up so this antidote could be used to synthesize be synthesized and given to much more people. Because it goes back to the old, with great power comes great responsibility. I thought the woman that played Aunt May did a great job, where you really felt sorry. You really felt for her. Very just sweetheart of a person. And so they had a great casting, because even I'm thinking, maybe I would, go for saving her and fuck the rest of the people. But, of course, Spider-Man makes the right decision. Even though it's a very tough decision. And I remember when I first played this, I was like, wow, they killed Aunt May off? Like I've said before, I felt more of a shock at that than I did in that shitty third Spider-Man movie. The No Way Home. They said my opinion was shitty. The graphics are very well done for PS4. You really do get a feel of the city. You really get a feel for the look of the city. It really does feel like... See, I can already see it's that one there, yeah. Like, you can really explore the entire city, and there's the Empire State Building, and... I mean, even the fact that you could go around and take pictures of all the locations. It's as if the makers of the game wanted to show, look how we recreated New York. Go to these places and take pictures of them. And you go, wow, they really did recreate New York.
Doc's messing around with superconductors.
And they said there's a lot of things you could do. You could look and take pictures of locations. You find the backpacks, which gives you little nuggets of information about the life of Spider-Man and certain things. See from his life, comics that kids drew for him, little things that give a bit of world building for the character. There's side missions, which I didn't do the side missions here because there's so many other stuff I need to get to. Here the goal was to beat it on hard mode. If you want the first playthrough I did of the game, which is on the channel, it's about 35 parts. I go to everything, including all the side missions, all of the battle sections, to try to get as much of the game done as possible. So, I mean, part of me wanted to do the side missions, but it's just like, man, this is going to take another 2 hours or so, and I have to move on because there's just so much other stuff I need to get to. As of right now, I have started playing the hard mode of X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was another request from Lucas. And I'm about 4 hours in that game, I'm to the level where you're in the snow. I'll put it that way. And another great superhero game. Wonderful game. Again, thanks to Lucas for his humongous generosity. I cannot thank Lucas enough for his generosity. He's been so kind to me. Thank you so much, Lucas. I cannot thank you enough on how much you've been kind to me. Thank you so much. 1,000 thank yous. I can't thank him enough. And thanks to him, he's been very generous, and he's been very kind, and he's been very generous with his requests and the money, and then giving me the opportunity to play games like this and Wolverine and other stuff. Humongously thank him for that.
Perfect Type 2 superconductor. It'll run hot, but maybe good for...
And if he's watching, I hope you and your mom are doing very well. If your mom sees this, you raised a wonderful kid, very generous kid. Just know your kid is very kind and generous. But yeah, this game, like, the story's interesting enough because you start with a Bane and fighting Kingpin. get your adrenaline pumping, then you're used to the controls, and you defeat a known villain in the Spider-Man universe like Kingpin. And then it's it kind of slows down and it builds up with this whole deal with the gang members, dealing with this new group called the Demons, and unearthing what's going on and what's happening and why is it happening. It definitely leaves you some intrigue for the future, which I would assume is in Spider-Man 2. There's some stuff I was a bit surprised by when I first played. That I was a bit surprised we didn't have other superheroes in the game. I mean, maybe it's an ownership thing. Maybe just Disney, or I don't know how that works video game wise. But again, there was no Daredevil, no Punisher, not one single Avenger. You know, there were older games where you had the Human Torch and other characters.
This stuff will survive almost anything.
I mean, Spider-Man for PS1, you had the Punisher and the Human Torch and others in it. Here, though, like, you have the voice of the Black Cat, but you never see Black Cat. Kingpin's at the beginning, but you never see Kingpin ever again, which I'm a bit surprised by. Like, you hear about the other villains, but you don't really see them until the third act.
You really need to get better about organizing
Scorpion, Vulture, Rhino, and all those characters.
Took out a few loans. It's like we're starting over once again.
But at the same time, I mean, what they have in here, they have enough where, again, just going just to the story, it still took me like 14 hours to play it. Again, then that's not even including all the side missions to do. So, and because there's so many other Spider-Man games, is like, okay, well, a lot of those games you did fight those type of villains. So how do you do that, incorporate them into it, but not feel like it's the same thing over and over?
Ready?
Well, you tell a story about this whole thing, this whole father-son dynamic, where you see this Doc Ock guy seems like a nice guy, seems like he means well. Yeah, I think there's a bit he screws up and Peter Parker helps him.
Everything okay?
And then you find out why he's so adamant about this.
Damn it! This is all your fault, Norman, you son of a...
It's because you find out he has this degenerative
Well, I know who you're not voting for in the next election.
thing.
Sorry. I have a habit of making bad jokes in tense situations.
It was a good joke, Parker. Just a bit of an overreaction on my part.
No, don't worry.
See, like this reaction here, where it's an overreaction, it shows that this guy's not like, in his mindset here, he's not a bad guy. He means well.
So, hope you don't mind me asking, but it seems you and Norman have a bit of a history.
And again, we find out he's got this kind of degenerative thing going on. So hopefully this works, and then he won't be, you know, a vegetable. He won't be
changing the world just in different ways.
a head on a stick, so to speak.
You were at Oscorp when it started?
I'm half the reason it's called Oscorp.
Again, I think this actor, which again, I know it's not Paul Giamatti, but he reminds me of Paul Giamatti.
Add Corp to that, and
I like the idea that him and Norman started a company together, and that's why it's called Oscorp. Like you have Osborn, but then also
Norman became more and more
Octavius,
obsessed with
Doc
genetics.
Ock. They both start with
Started a
OS.
project I considered
Osborn,
unethical, and there was this.
So I thought that was
Anyway,
neat to
lawyers
put
got
that in,
involved.
and
I chose to leave.
we
in
found out
exchange for
later
settlement.
what he's talking about
That
is
money didn't last very long.
something went
Brains
wrong,
ever
people
since.
died, and that is connected
This
with
project
the
doesn't
other villain
It'll
character,
work.
was it Mr.
Let
Lee?
me just fix this up.
I'll brew some fresh coffee.
And then he means well. But then when he hits the thing up, it affects his brain.
Could be a short.
And sadly, no going back. These other kind of puzzles. So what you have to do here is, you see at the top, one says 6, the other says 5. You have to make those the same number. In order to do that, I had to think about it first, and it's like, well, I mean, you have to make it so that these equal, like, the left has to equal 5. And then on the left, they give you only a certain amount of things, and then it's maybe figure out. It took me a bit to figure out, but it still was more calmer, more easier than fucking than BioShock, the hacking. Then you realize, oh, there's probably something here you have to do, you know. I mean, I don't know why I'm explaining it. The visually self-explanatory. But it's cool, it's cool, like, all the little different things you get to do. There are certain sections where there's more stealth involved. You gotta go around and web them and knock them out and string them up without being noticed. And those are fun to do. Those reminds me of like Batman Arkham Asylum. Then there's other bits of more of wham bam thank you ma'am fisticuff type of thing. There are bases you could fight. I didn't do that in this playthrough. And that is one thing, is that there's all these like suits and other things you could upgrade. But to be honest, for me, like the suit I really only cared to use was the suit, the Scarlet Spider, maybe Spider-Man 2099. Those are the only suits I really like. And then power-wise, the focus thing I prefer because it ups the... It gets it faster for you to use the combos, which are a lot of fun to use. The other stuff just didn't seem that enticing to me, so...
Oh, why don't you do the honors this time?
Other than upgrading the skills to get to... Oh, I could do 2 combos in a row. There wasn't really a whole lot of other skills I needed to get to.
I think we did it.
Next step, neural interface.
That's a lot of work for you to do by yourself. Sure you can handle it?
But I do think this is a very ambitious game.
Because I still haven't found another job.
My funds are still...
And it really does make,
It's
you
okay.
know,
Don't worry, I'll figure
you
it
feel
out.
the complication of
What's a
Peter
few bucks
Parker's
when you're
life.
trying to change the world, right?
To change
It's like
the
you have all
world.
this old stuff with him and Doc Ock. This is nice, sweet moments, which makes it more tragic at the end of the game to see what happens. Then you have the stuff at the feast, the
Doctor,
charity,
I need to go, but I'll be back later.
the place
Don't
where
worry,
the homeless
she'll be
go
here when you
to.
get back.
And you see how sweet Aunt May
that?
is, and that makes what happens later more tragic. They incorporate Miles Morales in there. You got Mary Jane in there. I do love that suit. I don't know what it is. I just love that suit. Like I said, I did not like the Ben Reilly clone storyline, but I love that suit. I don't know what it is. Just something about it just looks so cool. I love the sweater. I love how everything else is just blood red.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. We still on for dinner?
I like to see a Peter Parker Spider-Man movie, but he wears that suit. I know the other is the classic suit, but I want a Peter Parker Spider-Man movie where he wears this suit.
I like to take risks. I'm still out, but I'll grab some stuff at the store and let you know when I'm home.
Okay, talk soon.
Again, I love the fact that, you know, and this suit you get fairly early on, which is cool, which I like.
Guess I'll just freelance for a while until she calls.
And that pretty much all the cutscenes, except that one section where you have to wear the other techno suit before you fight Doc Ock. It's like they force you to wear that suit.
1010, need an officer to respond to a reported drug deal. Need immediate response in Chelsea, over.
And just swinging around is just so much fun to do. It feels very intuitive. And like you're running up, the whole running up the buildings, all that stuff. It makes you really feel like Spider-Man.
The first time I caught her, or did she catch me? This can't just be some elaborate flirtation. Hasn't she heard of dating apps?
I know I keep repeating this, but I do one day want to get a PS5. No, I'm not saying it just, oh, I expect someone to buy it for me. Yeah, sure, I really expect someone to plunk out $500 for my sorry ass. Like, no, I'm saying it to keep in my brain, like, one day I will, one day I will, one day I will, because I do want to play Dead Space 2, Dead Space Remake, Silent Hill 2 Remake, RoboCop, the sequel to this game. I know Resident Evil 9 got announced. That's coming out February next year. I think there's that other horror game, Alone in the Dark, which I wouldn't mind to play. So there's a few games I would like to play for it. But Spider-Man 2, I just wonder, like, all the stuff you're able to do in that game. Like, are there similar stuff where you gotta look for backpacks and take pictures of locations, or what other stuff they added? Is it a longer game? Is it a shorter game? Because honestly, I don't know much about it, other than people were complaining it was woke, but I don't know what was woke about it, supposedly. And I think Venom is in it. Isn't it Tony Todd voicing Venom in it? Voice Venom? I can't remember. See, I know very little about it.
There you are.
There you go, you little asshole.
And it's full of priceless art. You're playing with fire,
Take
Felicia.
a picture.
I guess that's how you roll.
And I remember. I figure if I'm nearby these things, I'll just grab them.
My prom boutonniere.
Don't give a shit about your prom, Peter. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. These whine about their best.
For mourning and honoring fallen heroes like Jefferson Davis. But it's also
I think this is me just wondering what's the best. Is there like stuff nearby I want to do, or
everything on Spider-Man. Well, I don't blame him. That cowardly act.
I think this is like I just want a little bit of action, and also one of these crime things. I know sometimes you like need to have like you stop the crime. That'll help you get some certain items, steal upgrades, something like that. See, I love these combos.
Hey, MJ.
I loved when I was able to get two. Well, that's why I like this focus bar, because you just keep doing it. If you do it right, you just clock every one of them fucking things. See, I wonder, and I'm trying to remember in normal mode if that focus thing goes faster up, or if it's the same in normal mode. Because I think hard mode, like you see, like if they go slower. Look at all you motherfuckers! You guys are shooting this guy, you're not hitting him. Thank God you guys can't hit me. Granted, they try to kill you later, but
Ooh, so ominous.
oh, that is one thing to note, too. Like, there's all these side missions and other stuff to do. There's a point in the game where the city is literally at fucking war. There's snipers everywhere. There's helicopters trying to shoot you down and stuff. Honestly, during that, I would say don't worry about doing any side missions. Don't worry about doing any other extra shit. Beat the game and then when the game is beaten, you're still in the city. You could go around the whole city and not worry about getting shot at by snipers and helicopters shooting your ass. You go finish everything up afterward. Honestly, I think that's what I would do is whenever I play this game again, I don't know when that will be. Obviously not for the channel, because like there'd be nothing else to do. I already beat it the first time in normal mode and did pretty much everything. The second time I beat it hard mode, so there'd be no reason to play it third time on the channel. But whenever I play it on my own, I do everything. Is a thought, something to remember is like, don't worry about the side missions and the other stuff, just do them all, just concentrate on the story, and then when everything's done, unless it's nearby, you can do some stuff.
Location is south of Houston.
Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to do. There's the whole Harry Osborn, his greenhouses stuff, and environmental stuff to fix up. Like, they give you a lot of content.
Here. You are not going to believe what happened. So you know that address you gave me? I went there.
And maybe, like,
Wait.
as much as I was complaining about it, maybe it's best that you don't have all those superheroes, because it focuses much more on Spider-Man himself and not Spider-Man and his amazing friends. It's more just Spider-Man story. So maybe, in a way, that kind of fits where it's all up to him and it's all up to you, the player. It's all up to you to beat and finish everything.
Men are all carrying firearms. What is this place?
So it makes it much more on your shoulders.
That office.
These sections...
That connects this to
Okay, I will say,
need to get back there.
these sections, for the most part,
That? What dumbass can't put their shit away?
were not as bad as the first time I was playing it. Because it wasn't until I played, I think it was Miles Morales, when I played that game,
This guy out of my way.
that I did not know you could run in these when you're pressing R2. I think it was in Miles Morales where I found that out. I could be wrong, but I think it was. I'm like, what? I could have done that the whole fucking time? Because I thought you couldn't run. I thought you, like, see I'm running, you push R2 to do that. I didn't know you could. I thought you, oh man, you literally had to crawl no matter what. Just figure, oh, if you run, then they're going to hear you because you're running. But no.
What's going on?
So some of these sections weren't too bad because I could just run to where the fuck I need to go. Obviously not here because you don't want to hit the boxes.
Needs tires this big.
But you just run.
Where is it? I swear I left it open.
And to be fair, I mean, for the most part, these aren't too bad. There's one outside with Mary Jane that got a bit annoying.
Yo,
And then there's one with Miles Morales. Well, actually two. It was more... Like, there was this one section with Mary Jane that was a bit annoying. It was more Miles Morales' sections. And honestly, as much... Like, I don't mind Miles Morales being in the game. I didn't need to play as Miles Morales. Just stick with Spider-Man. And I remember thinking, can I just go back to being fucking Spider-Man? I don't need to play as Mary Jane. At least with Mary Jane...
Need to be careful through here.
At least with Mary Jane, there's a section of... You're in Grand Central Station, and you could guide Spider-Man as to who to pick off. And you see him grabbing people from another perspective.
Seem important.
Coming down the ceiling, grabbing people, going back up,
That's so familiar.
putting them up top, like a spider would with flies. that was cool. Like that, I don't mind. Like really, like just that section or something. For me, I don't find these sections fun. Like they're not too shabby. Like I got through that, it was fine. But did I love doing these? No.
You're right, Rick.
It's not okay. I gotta do this just to get back to playing Spider-Man. I can't help it. Each time these happen, I'm like, I want to go back to playing Spider-Man. So yeah, definitely a different take on Tombstone. Which I do remember Tombstone in the comics. The comic, I think when I read them in the 90s. Definitely not some guy who's got like, he's ready for Sons of Anarchy motorcycle gang. Here he kills his guy.
Such a disappointment.
There is a side mission that you could go and you fight Tombstone. I didn't do that this.
No,
I did it in my first playthrough. I didn't do it in this. Because again, I figure this I'll just stick with the story. Because like I said, to do all the side missions and how long those side missions are, and there's a lot. There's like 6 or 7 side missions. And then all the bases and find all the stuff. It would take me... You know, I said 1 to 2 hours, probably more than that, honestly. Could have been like 3 or 4 hours. I mean, because I don't remember how long those missions are, especially in hard mode. You know what I mean? And in hard mode, didn't give me too much trouble, but yeah, you still did hit a lot quicker. Like you did when you get hit, you lose a lot more health. So I'm like, yeah, I'd rather do that, you know, whenever I play this again on normal, whatever. That'll be the next playthrough. I'll play it on easy. I played on normal and hard mode. I'll play it on easy. There you go. That'll be the next playthrough. Do it on easy mode. Baby mode.
Okay, I want to say don't ever do that again, but since
Play
I know
like a
you're going
baby.
to anyway, here. Take a few of those next time.
But I think they did a good job showcasing the relationship between Peter and Mary Jane. And Mary Jane, I didn't mind her characterization. She didn't seem too bitchy. She didn't seem too mean or rude. She wasn't like Kirsten Dunst and Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, which I cannot stand her, because I do not find her likable. In those movies, Mary Jane just seems very needy. And I'm sorry, at times she seems very selfish. What was it, Spider-Man 3 or something? Like, tell me you love me. Come on, tell me you love me. Why the fuck does he need to tell you? You don't know that already? How many times does he need to save your sorry ass for you to believe that he loves you? Jesus Christ. On a cracker.
Looks like it involves devil's breath. Whatever that is.
Yeah. I'll dig into it. So I was thinking, what if we teamed up?
You want to be my sidekick?
I mean, there's one point here that I'm like, what the fuck? Really, lady?
Spider-Woman.
No.
Woman.
No, not a sidekick. A partner.
Maybe once or twice, but definitely not a whole... I mean, for the most part, I liked her.
Not again.
Hey, it's your crime system thingy. Looks like a residential break-in.
Charles Standish.
That sounds familiar. Oh, Oscorp CFO. Wait. You don't think this has anything to do with
Interesting that
me,
there's
do
a
you?
Spider-Man plushie.
Sorry to cook and run.
Makes me wonder, like, where the...
Just
I
leave
mean,
your clothes on the kitchen
so
floor?
she always keeps a Spider-Man plushie. She's like, you don't keep your clothes on the
Where do
kitchen
you want me to,
floor?
Just a couch is fine.
See you later?
Yeah.
So then one I think is cute that she has a Spider-Man plushie. And that's for me, I like that in the cutscenes they do incorporate the costume you chose. Yeah, there are a lot of games that do that, but there have been some games that have not, so I do like that. Even in the loading screens, they incorporate the costume you picked. Which I like. I think that's cool. I know people may think, well, that's a typical detail.
Hey,
That wasn't
it's me.
always the case.
This curry is legit.
So what do we know about Charles Standish?
Let's see. Chief Financial Officer at Oscorp.
Well, this is cool. They have like daytime and nighttime changes, and there's
Please,
different
after,
weather
it's gotta be
patterns.
related to
There are
Devil's
times it's raining
I want to search on
outside,
everything in that file.
and here you have your
Let me know the second you
nighttime. There are
find
times where
something.
it's
I think Lee
daytime.
might be planning something even
The
worse
loading
than
screens
before.
aren't too bad.
So, are we partners
Enough to,
now?
get a drink of
Because
water
it
or
sure feels like we
something.
are.
Partners.
As in if you
Sounds
have
good.
a water bottle like me.
Okay. See ya, partner.
And yeah, granted, there are ways to get there faster, but like I said, it's fun to swing, and all the details you pick up and stuff. Like I said, you tell there's a lot of love, a lot of ambition they put into this game. A lot of love and ambition. I appreciate that.
Police look like they could use some help.
Just be trying to figure out like a better way to get these guys. See, I went down because I thought I could go up and sneak behind them, but apparently not. There, go right back at you, bitch. Again, it's just very fun to fight, and when you get the hang of it, to use your spidey sense and get out of the way, and if you do it the right time, you hit a web to tie them up, or hit the web in the face. I got the focus bar, so. And I like that, there's different combos as well. So you're not quite sure what will be. But yeah, I don't know if that focus gets bigger.
Thanks for the assist, Spider-Man.
I mean, goes up faster in normal mode. I don't remember.
There's probably more of them inside. You guys stay here.
It's like, great job, cops. Glad I did your job for you. And you're the ones getting paid. That's the funny thing. I'm doing your job and you're getting paid for it. Up the water spout. Yeah, funny enough, when I played this, it felt easier this time,
Somebody was
even
in
though
a
I'm
hurry.
playing on hard mode. I know that may not make sense, but I think what it is when I'm playing it for the first time, I don't know
You're hurt.
anything of what to
I'm
expect.
okay. But you gotta find
Anything
Mr.
of what to
Standish,
do,
fast.
not to do,
Those guys
how
in
to
the
do
masks kidnapped him and
things.
forced him up to his place.
Overthinking
penthouse, top
stuff,
floor.
getting used to the
Okay, sit tight.
controls. But here,
So glad
it's
you're here.
it's just one of those.
Could've sworn I parked
The
on
more I
this level.
play, the more I remember, and it's coming back to me now. It's coming back to me. It's coming back to me now. I'm understanding it now. There you go. Goodbye. So I like trying to dodge at the certain amount of time so I can web them. Also, I use anything to smack people. I love throwing them back at them. So satisfying. Anyway, let me get the guys with the guns. The guys with the shields, they're annoying, but that's fine. The guns, because they can really zip your fucking health in hard mode. So pretty much what you have to do is hit circle with the shield guy so you can slide behind them. I'm like, well, I got this web, why don't I fucking use it? Go back to you.
Sleep it off.
And that's a cool thing too. That's another skill to get. Where if you do it right, you can hit triangle and sock them in the with your foot in one go. Again, like the way they had them move, all like the kung fu, martial arts, parkour. It makes you feel like you're moving like Spider-Man.
This building is serious about parking enforcement.
And there wasn't. I mean, there are Spider-Man games where you fight, of course, but none of them really made you feel like you're fighting a Spider-Man like this, which is very cool. You motherfucker.
Good fight. A for
Also, a cool thing they had where, with the focus you build up, you can use that for
I can
health.
sneak up through the elevator shaft.
So interesting mechanic they put in
Should be able
there.
to make it up to the penthouse from here.
Like once I got to this, I'm like,
closer,
oh,
I can
I
take him
remember this. Like that would happen a lot playing this again. I'm like, okay, what was this? Oh, I remember this part now. Oh, I remember this. But that's what would happen. And like this part felt easier this time than when I first played it. Now, I'll be honest, I don't remember how I did the first time playing this, but it felt easier. It felt I was a bit more sure of what to do and not to do. Just like when you have to go up Oscorp's building. Now, I do fail one time in that.
Okay.
But other than that, it did feel like it went easier.
Stay out of the light.
That's what I mean, like there's there's a lot of cool stuff. There's like here, there's wall crawling sections like this and going up Oscorp. There's again stealth sections, there's just battle royale sections. There's the Black Cat, Where's Waldo, find stuff set. Like I said, there's the little puzzle stuff and the Doc Ock lab. They give you a lot of variety is what I'm getting at. They give you a lot of variety. They keep things not boring at all, which is very cool. They really change it up. Compared to like, okay, I liked Edge of Time for PlayStation 3, the Spider-Man game. But I can say that that's a game that does have its flaws. On one hand, I like that it kind of feels like Die Hard because it all takes place in one building. But it's between two universes, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099. But that's a game that could feel at times repetitive. Like you're
Nice and easy.
doing a similar thing over and over again to the point of, okay, maybe it feels a bit redundant. But I still do remember really liking that game. And that's a game I would like to play again sometime.
Firebombs? Seriously?
I think Lucas said he might request that and Shattered Memories hard mode, those Spider-Man PS3 games sometime in the future. I think he said that. I could be wrong. I'd be down for it though,
It's not good.
because I do remember enjoying those. I'd probably say I liked Edge of Time more, because I like the story. The story in that I like, Edge of Time. It's just I wish... But Shattered Memories, what that has is variety. Just like there's the Spider Noir, which is only stealth. Anyway. But again, to repeat myself, I was a bit iffy on hardcore mode. Just like, oh man,
Enter your
I'm gonna get
password.
my fucking ass tits. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was not as bad as I thought it would be. And again, these sections I look forward to. I love these stealth sections. You know, the challenge of, okay, I gotta be cautious. Because thankfully there's no time
Should
limit.
take him out.
I love that there's no time limit, and it's like, okay, I can take my time. I do screw up here. It's my fault.
You literally
But
didn't see that
I
coming.
do love this. I do like doing this stuff. I mean, you have them Batman, the Arkham games, but I like to hear more because of the webbing. Because I could just string them up or slam down and go right back up to safety. I know fairly soon, Sally, I screw up, which I felt such like an idiot because I knew I could have done this without getting spotted. But I was too busy trying to get him to the stupid ass trip line. When I could have just gone up there and hit him, and I would have been fucking fine. Like all that, like I got that guy. Like the other guy could have just got him and boom. Here I'm thinking I'm about to get a trip line here. See, I didn't know if that was a wall, and I hit the wrong button. That's where I screwed up. I hit the wrong goddamn button, and now they knew where I was at. Because they're all alerted. I hit the wrong goddamn fucking button. I meant to hit, yeah, I hit the wrong one. Okay, let's do this dance. So, okay, let's finish this. Let's do the quicker way, I guess. Enough of this sneaking shit. I'm like, how the hell did you hit me there?
I'll be honest, that one looks better broken.
Oh, and this big motherfucker. I'm like, damn it, I'm on the trip line things again. And it's like, I can't. And I'm like, I should have dodged away. I'm trying to get that. I'm like, get him away. See, I think that's what happened. This because you would lose so much health. So I would like gain focus, but then I would use it for health like I just did there. Thus, it didn't seem like I did combos as much as in normal mode. Yeah, of course he blocks this because of course he's got superhuman fucking agility, like movements, reflexes. Fucking tired hitting dragon, bitch. Leave me alone. I should use the L1 and not that thing onto them. I use my web a lot because I think I had the thing where the more you use that, the quicker your focus bar is filled up. Right, this one's for you. Goodbye, bitch. Get the fuck down.
Let's try this again. It's safe now.
Yeah, a lot of good things about the game.
Financial records.
About Devil's Breath?
How do you know about that?
Why do they want it?
Every
don't even
game
know
I
what
can
it
think of
is.
nitpicks, but
Mr. Osborn's been
overall,
putting into it for years, but he keeps the whole project a
one of
secret.
the better superhero
I'm the only
games
one that
I've
has any
played,
records.
and one of the
Not
and the
anymore.
my favorite Spider-Man
Looks like they
game.
copied some records to a secure server.
If I think of a list of
Naval
superhero
information.
games I played,
Dr. Isaac Delaney.
this one, X-Men Origins
I
Wolverine,
honestly
Batman
don't
Arkham
know.
Asylum, I mean, they're up there. I mean, it's hard to think of, like, what's my favorite superhero game.
Come on, come on!
Wait, the elevator!
Because, I mean, if you're talking comic, I mean, if Ninja Turtles are comics, then you got throw in Turtles in Time and the arcade game. It's hard to... Same with this section. I remember, I think, when I first played, I'm like, oh shit, what do I have to do? But now I was like, okay, I gotta move with this joystick, and I've hit R1. So stuff like this was a bit easier, a bit more comfortable to do. And there's certain things I just misremembered.
Yeah.
For
I
example,
think so.
Good.
there's a bit where Mary Jane has to disarm a
Since elevator
bomb.
shafts go, this is pretty nice.
But it was only one bomb. For some reason, I remembered it being more than one bomb to disarm. But no, there was only one barn. Yeah, one barn. Yeah. Were you born in a barn? Shut the door. Or we're born in
Yuri.
a barn with all the other
You okay?
primitives.
Yeah.
But
I didn't get
I
much
thought
out
there
of
was
Standish
more than
before
one
these Sable
bomb.
guys stepped in and told
But
me
no,
to
there was only
back
one
off.
bomb to disarm. I'm like, really?
I get the sense all they care about is keeping him quiet.
I don't know why I remember
Because he
more
knows
than
about
one.
Devil's Breath.
But in this, in Hard Mode, I only
Whatever the
did
hell
one.
that is.
I'm working on that.
I don't know.
I think I just got a
I
lead.
don't know. I mean,
A lead? You sound
maybe it was another game I was thinking of. There's more than one bomb to disarm, but
Cop.
okay.
Yuri? That's fair.
Peter, what happened with Standish?
He's safe.
Okay, good. And the demons?
They were looking for a name. You got a pen?
Yeah, go.
Dr. Isaac Delaney.
Okay. Who is he? What's his
I'd be
deal?
very curious
I
to
was
look
hoping you
up
could tell
like
me.
a speed
Come on,
run
just
of
give me a
this.
few. Oh, and
But
before I
not
forget,
I
you have that
hate.
tracker
Okay,
from Tombstones at my place. I'll
but
drop it
here's
at
the
Dr.
quick like
Octavius's lab.
would be with
Let you
speed
know what I
runs.
find on Delaney.
It's interesting to see speed runs. Sure, they have like glitches, but I prefer speed runs without glitches. Helping Howard. That's the one with the pigeons. You gotta go around and you gotta get the guy's pigeons. Because I remember thinking, who the fuck was Howard? I'm like, oh yeah, it's the pigeon guy. Which I didn't do that this time. I didn't want to deal with the guy's pigeons. I did that the first time I played it. But yeah, maybe whenever I play this again and decide I want to do everything, then I'll do it. But yeah, there's a decent amount of side missions. But see, I think that would have been cool. Like, you do a side mission, and this side mission has the Punisher. This side mission has Daredevil. Like, that would have been cool. At least, if not the main story, then the side missions. That would have been a cool way to incorporate. Like, this side mission... Well, I mean, it's not... In a way, it's a side mission. It's Black Cat. You never see her, but you hear in her, and there's a whole story behind why. It's the fact that this is...
Hello, Cat. I think some big-time lawyer lives here.
You to find this
She's after his
stuff,
client
to get
list,
the
find
evidence,
targets.
so she
Hate to admit it,
should go
she's
in and
one
get
smart
her
cat.
costume and stuff back.
Hey, do you have time to check something out for me?
No,
But all the
if
stuff
you
she
ask nicely.
stole, she left it
Just got a
there
call about a
for you.
suspicious-looking box on a rooftop in
Which is a
Hell's
bit
Kitchen.
weird that she didn't take
I could
any
call
of
it
it.
the
You think she would
bomb
take like a
squad, but
portion
if
of
it's
it,
just
but
some
okay.
science project.
Maybe she wants to
Yeah, I know,
impress
budget
Spider-Man and get in his
crisis, yada,
pants.
yada, yada.
Does Black
So-
Cat, her
Will
pussy
you
wants Spider-Man.
Please check it out.
And her cat.
There's the magic word. I hope it's some
But
kid's
anyway.
science project. Man, I miss those days.
I said in
School projects
Spider-Man
were
2,
so
I don't
much
even
easier
know
than
what's
real
all
life
in it.
projects.
Black Cat, I don't know. I haven't looked up a playthrough in case one day I do get it and I'll see it for myself.
Calling all units. Active robbery of an armored car.
One day I will. Just not anytime soon. That's another thing.
Looks military grade.
It's not anytime soon because I have so many other games and other stuff I could watch and play and do, and it's like I have all this other stuff I could do and play and watch, requests to do, so I don't have to worry about that. So this is the Taskmaster. This is another thing you could do. And I remember
Mystery
my
Man's
first
got
time I
recon
did all
points
this
spread all over
stuff.
the city.
Pretty much it's a timer. You gotta get to these things before they blow up. You have to... speed through it. So you had to do everything. It would take me. It'd probably take me a full hour to do the bases at least. At least a full hour to do all the Taskmaster stuff. A chunk of time to do all the damn Harry Osborn greenhouse stuff. So yeah, this is one of the bomb challenges. So you have to go up and then you gotta shoot it to make it explode. But you only have a certain amount of time. And something about the Taskmaster. It's funny, Taskmaster. Isn't that what they put in Black Widow and Thunderbolts now, Taskmaster? But now it's a woman. And someone mentioned about Thunderbolts that something happens and makes the movie Black Widow pointless. I mean, well, I thought the movie Black Widow was pointless anyway, because you're doing a fucking movie of Black Widow when she's fucking dead. Like, she's already fucking dead. Like, she's dead, so now let's do a story about her. Now that she's fucking dead. It was too late to do that movie. I still thought the movie was fucking pointless. Even without I didn't see Thunderbolts, but I've heard. I know there are people that liked it, but it looks like the same shit to me. You hate everything. Well, whatever. Those are the same fucking bullshit. Suicide Squad, but it was PG-13. I'm like, do I want to see Suicide Squad, but it's PG-13 with a bunch of people I don't give a fuck about? Except Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent. I forgot his character's name. John Walker? If the movie was just about him, then I would care. Because he was one of the only good parts of Captain Falcon and the Winter... whatever the fuck it was called. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Wyatt Russell was only one of the only good parts of that fucking show. John Walker did nothing wrong. I just figured I would do fast travel at times that made, you know, go a little bit faster. Fuck you looking at, buddy? That's not me. That's a different costume, you see? I'm not wearing that costume. I'm a different guy. See, that ain't me.
Missed a call from Aunt May.
Peter, I spoke to Miles's mother, and she loved the idea of him working here. Oh, the poor woman's grieving herself while trying to be strong for her son.
I said the person that got the voice anime, they did a bang up job. I also like the look of her. I mean, just perfect casting.
The kind that would have made Ben proud.
Really does make you feel sad when she fucking dies at the end. Like, goddamn, man. Oh yeah, the costume party, that's
Halloween
right.
Party. Guess I don't have to change.
Which I thought was kind of an interesting set piece.
Delaney's dressed as one of my greatest.
First, it's funny, it's a costume party.
Let's find out which one.
Why don't you have people look like, I don't know, I don't think anyone like looks like any of the Avengers, do they? You think there'd be a few people looking like the Avengers? Because the Avengers building is in this game. Like, you could go to the Avengers building, I believe you can. I think I went there the first time I played this. So you think like maybe like Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, but instead it's like Spider-Man, Black Cats, and Spidey villains. So it has to be a thing that they could not use certain superheroes. Like they couldn't, like, I guess that's the thing with, I guess, even in video games they can only use certain things, certain characters. So we could use, I guess, the Avengers building, but we can't use Whatever. Yeah, technically the only time you have a Mysterio in the game.
Whatever will I do?
Oh no, my one weakness. Bullets. Oh yeah, and then you have this. And the next part, you'll see this scene redone. Because you see it cut off there. That's when the hour was going up. Because the recorder on the PS4 only does an hour. So the next part, I redo that. And you get to see the whole scene all the way through. So I think in there also I explain there's an issue. And hopefully everything worked out. Well, no it didn't. So thus I did this. But, well, that's the last of the stuff that was screwed up. Next time, up from part 8 to part 14, the last part, it'll be me reacting to the game. It's all edited together, just needs to be uploaded. So thanks once again, people out there watching. Thanks once again, Lucas. Take care, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye for now.